Hello, time for another video about our Australian road trip. Last where we stopped, we arrived at town of 7070 and we stayed in town of 7070 for a few days. And I told you about um, the difference of staying in coastal areas and what you have to think of with like the restaurants and the hotels and things like that. Continuing our trip up north after town of 7070, we continued our trip heading to Rockhampton. And Rockhampton, you must be thinking like, what is there to see in Rockhampton? There's not a lot to see. It's a um, little country town, but Rockhampton is also where you find I think it's one of the Capricorn, um, how do you call it? The um, Yes, Rockhampton is the beef capital of Australia, and in Rockhampton you cross the Capricorn latitude. So there is um, statue in the middle of town, and you can take a picture with it, and it shows you the latitude. I think it's 23 north or south, and yeah, it's just a nice point to stop. So we stopped there for just a little bit and then continue driving. But driving up north from town of 7017, the area again looks completely different. It's so wide, fast spread. So if you can see this, it's like completely different than when you're in the city and when you're in town of 7070. So the first day we had a stop at a small little caravan park on the side of the road because we were heading further up north to Yungela McKay Highlands. And we were going to Yungela McKay Highlands because, as we already told you, we were traveling with a 7-year-old, and she used to watch Phineas and Ferb. And in Phineas and Ferb, you have detective Mr. Perry, and Mr. Perry is a platypus. So my daughter figured out in Australia you have platypuses, so we're gonna look for Mr. Perry the platypus. So we went to the Yungela McKay Highlands, and because there is a section there with a visitor park where they say that you can see the platypuses at sunset and at sunrise. So off we went on our way to Yungela. You can see that's my daughter when she was little. I'm heading there. But then when we got there, we spent quite some time on some of the bridges, and you have to stand there and you have to be really still and you have to keep looking at the water. But platypuses are really small. We didn't know how small platypuses were. You know, this is, you see all the signs like how you can see the platypus and what you have to do to see the platypus. But we ended up not seeing any platypuses because I don't know, maybe it was not the right time, maybe they were sleeping, maybe it was too loud for them. We didn't see any platypuses. So we went further up in the park, and you can see here is my daughter. She was little. We went to the sky window. That is a lookout point over the park where you can see the entire park from like a very high up sky window. But yeah, we tried and we tried, but no platypuses for my daughter. So after this, we continued our trip further up north. And let me just grab this for you. Yeah, we continued our trip further up north, and but we would stop from time to time to have like a play and do things. And one of the things that you will see, especially in northern Queensland, very nice little areas where you can stop and where there's water and stuff. But all of these little areas also have signs for salties. That was not something that we expected because we were like, it is gravel. You're not near the beach. You're not near really a river. It was just a little pond of water. But no, there were signs everywhere. So we didn't dare going into the water anywhere. We just continued our drive. But Let me just grab this photo for you. It's a very nice and relaxing drive, driving up north. And we also stopped at Bowen. We continued to Bowen. Bowen is a very small little town. You might have heard with it after the big storm they had here in Australia in 2011. Bowen, they actually lost quite a big section of the town. They lost the boardwalk, everything with the cyclone coming in northern Queensland. But it's a cute little town to stop, and it's we had a nice kind of caravan park near the beach, but also everywhere you see signs on the beach and on the boardwalk and everything. Be aware of crocs. Do not swim. I would definitely recommend taking that advice and not doing it, because with salties you don't see them, but they've already seen you. So even if you think there's no salty there, there might be one right in front of you, but you just can't see it. And one fun thing on the road in Australia is that everywhere you see road trains, and the road trains they're different than trucks in the Netherlands. They really are they really are the actual trains. They're massive trucks who have like 3 to 5 trailers, and especially when you're in the outback or when you're on small roads, you have to remember they cannot easily divert. They cannot easily stop. We always give them way. Even if we have way, we give road trains the way, because they are so big and so they're hard to maneuver all of a sudden. So it's easier for you in your car. Even with us in our Pajero, we give them way because they're bigger. It's harder for them to stop. It's harder for them to divert. It's just yeah, it's a road train. You will see as well in the outback, if you drive in the outback and you stop somewhere or you feel vibration, that there's a very big chance that there's a road train coming up who's fully loaded with cattle. Because yes, they're heavy, and you will feel it when you pass them as well, or when they pass you. You will definitely feel it in your car. Oh, and remember the Capricorn altitude when I was talking about? They made like a little tourist visitor center, and you will have like, oh, you just crossed the Capricorn line, and you can take a photo of it and everything. So that's, yeah, it's a cute little stop to do. Okay. Oh, here it is. It looks like this. And where do we go after that? After that, we continued our trip further up north to Townsville and Innisfil. And we had a very quick stop. Or not, it wasn't a quick stop. Let's say we wanted to stop in Maryborough, and we thought Marlborough was a big town. When we got there, Marlborough was not a big town. Marlborough was a very small town. Even today, it's still a very small town. So the caravan park in Marlborough is next to the road. It wasn't really even a big caravan park. It was literally just spots for the car and electrical plugs for the electrics. So we just stopped there and stayed there for the night, because we never liked driving at night with the caravan. It's too dark, lots of wildlife, and also the road train. It's just not worth the hassle. And this is us set up again with the caravan. And after Maryborough, we continued our trip to Mackay and Ollie Beach. So I will tell you more about that in the next video.